sweeties. Hope you guys are doing good. It is Tuesday? Tuesday. Hope you're doing good. Didn't get much sleep because of the goddamn thunder, and I hate thunder. I'm terrified of thunder. Didn't sleep well, and it's really hot still. I hate that. I hate that because that means humidity happens. And because of the rain and whatnot, that means the ants come by again. There's literally nothing for them to eat or do anything. The ants just want to be in here. I hate these little goobers. Hello, hello team, and hope you're doing good. It is a week. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I hate these ants. I need to find a good way to get rid of them. I might have to try that diatomaceous earth or whatever it's called. Because they're getting really annoying. There's no reason for them to be here. There's nothing for them. They don't even go after my cat's food. They just want to be in here. They just want to be in here. Annoying. Surprised they haven't crawled up this boom arm. They're just here, and I hate them so much. He's gonna do this, just make them pay rent. I wish. I just keep crushing them left and right with the towel. Or paper towel, I guess. God. Hey, Sims, hope you're doing good. I feel like something happened yesterday, but I forgot. I always forget. Nothing big, of course, but... I don't know. My brain never works properly, and I can't remember anything. Thunder, Shaman doesn't... Here. It brought them in! Like, the rain brought them in, and it's what makes me mad. So the heat scared them away, now the rain brought them in. I can't find where they're coming out of. It is... One of the problems is my room is pretty cramped. It's like the other desk and the bed, and... There's a lot of stuff, I guess. I have like 2 desks, a bed, and a dresser, and it makes it kind of cramped in this room. I have a little table, so it's kind of cramped. Kind of cramped. So it's hard to find out where they are. I do have like a clutter pile to the right of me where my other desk is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Thunder. Yeah. I don't like thunder. Find storms and thunders comforting at night. I don't mind storms, but thunder terrifies me. I love the rain, right? I love the rain. Oh, Chet, you know what's weird? This boom arm, it has a weird, like, dangly thing under it. It's like a metal piece. I don't know what it's for. It looks like a hook. It's nowhere in the box. I checked online. None of the other things have it. It's just like a vestigial piece. I don't know why it exists. It doesn't do anything. And I don't want to... I'm not going to mess with it. It just exists, I guess. But it's funny. I might hang a keychain off of it. I might actually do that. Because my old boom arm I had keychains, then I tried to put on my new one, and my new boom arm broke, and then it snapped my goddamn keychains. Which made me really mad. It wasn't like super... It was just like a, what do you call it? Like a little tiny cap, that little yellow cat push I got from a claw machine. I used that to keep my keychains on, and I just looped that through a hole. No, I looped it around one of the arm pieces. But the middle boom arm, like the other boom arm I had, like before this one, it broke the keychain. It held all the other keychains, I guess. I don't know. Made me mad. I gotta get it. They're probably cheaper than cheap. Or I just get another little link thing and fix it. And put them back on. I had a little, like, tiny little, like, dangly plush thing of Kyle from South Park I got from a blind box. Those blind boxes are neat. I don't really get blind boxes much. There's a fairy blind box I need to get. Because, like, what fairies, right? That's win-win. I only get blind boxes if it's win-win for me. Hey, Ito, hope you're doing good. But, It was like real cheap at the Five Below store. It was like $2 for the blind box. It's like I love all the characters. The one I'd hoped to get was Butters, but if I didn't get Butters, I'm fine with literally anyone else besides Mr. Hanky. I think Mr. Hanky's the only one I'd feel like slightly unhappy to get. But then again, it's just Mr. Hanky, so not that bad. It's a literal. It's that one's a grab though, like literally. But yeah, heck yeah. 1 second, let me do something real quick. I just remembered to do something, so let me do something real quick. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. I just had to update something real quick. I kept forgetting to do that. Heck yeah. But yeah, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? I forget. I always do this chat. Deserts tend to have a lot of thunder. It's weird, yeah, right? Unfortunately, we live in California. I don't like living in California. I hate living in California. It's too hot. It's too humid. And it's just... There's certain things about it I don't like that I won't get into on stream. That's probably all the reasons you think it would be. Got so mad. It's gone now, thankfully. I would walk by a certain park, and then in the walkway, there'd be someone put like a communist stamp on the ground that pissed me off. That really made me mad. That's one thing I will always not be afraid to say is I absolutely fucking hate communism. And I'll actually not bleep that out, because I actually do hate communism and communists. Apologies for bringing that up, but you know. Those things. Those foul creatures. Then again, I mean, I was playing Soviet Strike for the past 3 weeks. You know. There's a reason. I enjoy that game so much. Boris Burgers. I'll never get over Boris Burgers, chat. I'll never get over Boris Burgers. I'll never get over that. What was his name? Like Yeltsin or something? Just really stopping by for burgers in the middle of like a war-torn zone. That's definitely up there as one of my favorite like PS1 moments now. It really is. That mission was like so memorable. With how much chaos was going on. His inability to drive and him just running people over. And then he just stops for burgers, gets on a plane, and happily says bye like nothing bad has ever happened. It's perfect. I can only hope Nuclear Strike's missions are as good. The first mission for Nuclear Strike was okay. I don't know, I didn't find it the best. But we'll see. I'm not gonna judge a game just like off of the first, like, you know, hour or so. But so far, I am liking Soviet Strike more, but we'll see. We'll see. Hey Rezko, I am doing fantastic, and I hope you are as well. But yeah. Really happy to beat that game after so many years of never beating that game. Granted, I did tweak it a little. That is one thing I do feel bad of. It's probably a nothing burger, really. Or maybe some people do care. But I do save scum a lot, and I will lessen the game's difficulties with cheats. I try not to cheese it too hard, unless it's fun to cheese. I try not to, you know... I try not to go crazy with the cheats, right? And I do it as well just to streamline the experience, right? I don't want a game to last more than it should. Because I am very retarded with games, as you've seen. And I don't want to just stay stuck somewhere, like... That was one of the problems I felt really bad at with, And it's happened again, unfortunately, with, Dino Crisis 1 and a little bit with 2. There was an entire... Was it like a couple weeks ago? Maybe it was last week, I can't remember now. It was a couple weeks ago where I, like, did nothing but shoot. I couldn't find the way forward. So all I did was just shoot dinosaurs going around the entire map. And then it became a yapping session. Backtracking is an absolute pain. It is. Better than using save room. Yeah, it is. I remember those first few streams I ever did. Those were a doozy. Those were a little challenging. But then I started playing other games, right? I was like, yeah, I'm vibing with this. What was the second game I played? I know the first was Dino Crisis. It had to be Dino Crisis. The reason it was Dino Crisis wasn't just because, like, you know, dinosaurs. When I was making the VTubing stuff, and doing everything, I did want a dinosaur. There's a few things I wanted. I stuck with the dinosaur. One of the ideas was, like, Egyptian themed model. Didn't go through that. One of them was what was it? Like a detective theme. Not like Ame, but more of like even more of like a hard-boiled, you know, noir themed. I didn't go through with it. I chose dinosaur. But I had trouble finding someone to make and rig the model, and just like overall in general, just design. So I named that little group of artist friends Dino Crisis. That is like one of the bigger reasons I played Dino Crisis first. What was this second game I played though? Let me actually check. It was Medieval. Of course it's Medieval. Medievals, that was my mom's favorite game. And I should not have played it so early on, because I don't remember if I cried or not. It is hard. That's one of the hardest things about streaming for me, I guess, is trying not to cry on stream. Because I am a huge crybaby, I guess. A massive one. I think the one time I did accidentally let it out was when I was beating Digimon World 3, because that was like a huge game I've always wanted to beat. So was Soviet Strike, because that was like another childhood classic. But that one's... I can't cry at the burger guy. I can't cry at Boris Burgers, it's too hilarious. That entire last mission was so good. Like, I could probably just go back to that game and replay that mission a bunch of times. Although, I saw some weird, like, markers with that game. I don't remember going anywhere else. It's weird. I wonder what those are for. Remember Medieval. First game scared you. Replayed it, beat it. Medieval 2 was more action-packed. Medieval 2 was also crazy. I love that they somehow added guns. By the end of it, you're in, like, golden armor. And you have, like, a Gatling gun. You're just shooting a giant, like, Doom Demon with a Gatling gun. In the middle of it all, you get, like, a Frankenstein body, and you're in a boxing match. I found that fun. It was very frustrating. It was so frustrating at first, right? Because the game just thrusts you into this minigame. But when you learn the combat and learn how to actually do it, it becomes really fun. I loved that so much. That was so fun. Then both of those games are precious. I'm very happy the first did get a remake. I actually played that on release. A little bit on, like... no, I didn't play it on release. I think I bought it on release and then played it on, Halloween. At the time. But then we had really bad internet. So, I played it and then I, like, stopped for a bit and took a break. When I booted the game back up, the game's like, oh, guess what? Guess what, you need to update. We had really bad internet, so there goes that night. That's one of the things that I bring it up a lot. The updates are so bad if you have bad internet, but it's just like old games. The original Medieval, what do? You go to the store, you pay like $30 for it, right? Or maybe even 20, or maybe even 10 if you go like find a good deal at Funko Land. Put it in your PS1 and you play it. You enjoy the game and you play it. When the remake comes out, what happens? You play it for a little, take a break. Oh, update. Update time. You update time. I don't care if you have the internet. Update time. Oh, sorry. Your connection's so slow. Oh, too bad. Guess you don't get to play for the next couple days. Also, hey JP, hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. We had this internet called Earthlink. God, it was so bad. I don't know if they're still around. Kinda hope they aren't. But, they were so archaic with their internet. They still offered dial-up, chat. Our internet was like a standalone DSL. So it would like, they'd provide you the landline for the internet. It was really weird. But it was really just like a conduit through Verizon. If that went out, you were down the internet for either one day if you're lucky, but usually it was like a couple weeks you were out of the internet. Once it took like a month. Once I was offline for a whole month. And I think it was like 1.5 megabytes per second. Every time I called, they'd try to shill their really crappy upgraded modem and router. Even if you had a new one, they'd still try to offer you one. And I'm like, what if I don't get this? And some idiot was like real snarky with me and it was like, oh, well then you just don't get internet. That made me so mad. I just straight up went, "Ai terimaki chu benkelode," because you know it's those. It's a certain country that, a certain country that likes to be call centers, to put it politely. Do your best. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing good. Welcome in, welcome in. But I asked one of the technicians who actually came over from Verizon, because they'll send a Verizon technician over. I asked, what's the deal and why does my internet go offline so often? And they're like, oh, what usually happens is there's some error card that they have in our server, and how they fix it is they just turn it back on and off again. So this whole time when it does go off, it's literally just waiting for someone to turn it back on and off again, which is horrible. Don't get Earthlink if it's... Let me see if it's still around, because that was horrifying. Not now. High speed my ass, you lying motherfuckers. It's still around. They're calling themselves high speed providers. Up to 5 gigs, 100 megabytes per... I guess they upgraded, but I don't trust them. I'll never trust Earthlink. I'll never trust them, chat. We got lucky too when we canceled that. We got really lucky when we canceled it. Because half the time they don't cancel it. When I called them, all they would usually do was tell me how to get into the router, which I already knew how to do, We all probably know that little 1.2.168.1.1 by heart almost. If you try doing that on, it's one thing, I love having Spectrum, but I hate the router so freaking much, chat. I hate the router so much. If you try to go in the router, it's like, uh-oh, you need the app to do that. And if you use the app, it's like limited to back, right? There's only certain things you could do. You can't, it sucks. God forbid you try to connect more than one computer with an Ethernet cable. I'm pretty sure if you wanted to do that, you had to call them, which is retarded. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. But, I don't know. I'm glad... I don't know. It's weird to think about, like, modern internet and old internet. Like, 2000s internet. And how things changed. How Google's changed and all these other things have changed. Like, I don't know. We had AOL, right? Well, I had AOL Kids at the time, of course, because my mom was very my mom tried to shelter me as much as possible. Joke's on her, I became a VTuber. But she didn't like me playing D&D. I was never allowed to play that. It had to do with, like, the devil. Which is, no, dumb. She just heard from someone. She used to take things she heard as fact from her work, which was really stupid. But, I don't know. She also had bad hearing. So every time I'd say, oh, look, this new game came out, and it's like, oh, so-and-so the game. She'd get a real disgusted look on her face. I'm like, what? And she's like, did you just say the gay? I'm like, no, I said the game with an M-E, game. And she's like, oh, okay. She didn't have anything against them. I think she more thought I was, like, being derogatory or something. I don't know. That was actually always funny. I don't know. She did like me being tolerant, I guess. But then she taught me to say, she's like, there are certain words you should never, ever, ever say. Never say. And then she told me those words, and in my little head at the time, I was like, oh my god, these must be super extreme words of power. You know. I don't know. I'm still happy I have... I remember some of them. Voldemort. Oh my god. Uptuberodden. What was it? I don't know. I'm still happy I grew up with a mother and father. They waited to split apart after I graduated high school. High school's another whole deal I didn't like. It was pointless. I'm a VTuber. Look how much the diploma did me good. I wish I could like give my diploma to someone who really needed it. Because I know a few people who struggled and are struggling to get their GEDs, right? My diploma is completely useless. I don't think it ever will have a use. Because now, even if it's like a McDonald's job, they'll try to hire someone with a degree, right? Which is really retarded. Meanwhile, the Eagle, hope you're doing good. I hate college so much. I really do. You can't ever get me to go to college. I refuse. I 100% refuse. I'm a little unhinged, I don't know. You can't get me to do that shit. God damn it, I forgot to... I'll hit the bleep anyways. Actually, in college? Kinda okay. I mean, the people who are in college, I'm sure they're gonna use it more than I would ever use it. And I always wish people the best of luck with college. And usually, college does help people. Or, I mean... it helps them get where they want a lot. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. It's good for an education. It really is. But, for me, it's useless. It's absolutely useless. I can't do anything really with it. Unless I wanted to learn something. But I don't really want to learn anything. I can't really drive. Can't do much. I'm disabled. From the waist down, I am almost... well, not almost crippled. It's kind of an embellishment. I need a cane to get around, right? And I'm just riddled with issues. If I have a rare bone disorder that affects my whole skeleton, I won't get... I'll just leave it at that, I guess. But it does lead to, like, arthritis and scoliosis. Or, no, it led to it a long time ago. I was, like, 12 when I got arthritis. But, I don't know. For me, it's not for me. Rare case of bonitis. I get that a lot, and I just decided to... Yeah, it's just bonitis. It's just bonitis. It is something... I don't know. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why is that so cheap? Why is that so cheap? Why is that so cheap? Sorry, chat. I got a notification on Steam that the Beyblade game was like 30 bucks. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. I am tempted. Oh, let me see something real quick. Because that would be a modern game I would absolutely stream. Most people you know went to college, quit, as they later believed it wouldn't get them anywhere. There's a lot of diploma mills. No, this is like a good sale for this game. This game literally just came out. I'm just gonna grab it right now, chat. 30 is such a good sale for that. 30's way too good for me to pass up on it. I'll grab it. Just because I have wanted to get this game, but it was always a little too much. 30, I'm fine with 30. I'm very fine with 30. Again, I will probably stream this. I will most likely stream this game, chat. Because I want to see... We haven't had a Beyblade game in so long. I'm literally just gonna grab it, chat. I'm sorry. 30's way too good for me to pass up. Pass up, I guess. I don't know. It's mine. It's mine. I need that. I need that in my life so bad. I've wanted this game way too long. I recently got a... What do you call it? What do you call it? A Japanese Beyblade Stadium. They use those for tournaments. The American tournaments, they actually use that. Yes, I actually just got the Beyblade X game because it was like 30 bucks. As much as like 3 Beyblades. Maybe 3 Beyblades. How much are Beyblades now? I think it's like 20 for a 2-pack. I forget. Like 15 for a 2-pack or 20 for a 2-pack? I forget. No, it's 15 for a 2-pack, 20 for the winder launcher combo. Or a bucket stadium. I don't know. How much are bucket stadiums? I have one, but it's all cracked. I just used it for a storage container after I got the other stadium. Now that other stadium's kind of cracked, because these are cheap-ass vacuum plastics, right? Like the Extreme Stadium. Bucket stadiums are like 13. Okay, okay. Yeah, my, what is that black stadium called for America? The really small black stadium. Let's see. It's the Extreme Battle set, I guess. That's cracked because I started using that as a container. Simply because I knew I was going to get the Japanese one, which I have now, and I'm going to keep that one in pristine condition. Because then I could like hang on the wall, right? When I'm not using it. Get off my screen. Come here. No, you die. You die now. Goodbye. Sorry, now it was on my monitor. Can't have that. Stupid rain. I love rain, but now the ants are partying in here. Little goobers. They just invade. There's nothing for you to eat. Why are you here? This isn't shelter. Go back to your anthill. I'm gonna have to make bait. I'm sick of this. I'm just gonna make bait, chat. I know how to make bait. It's easy and it's fun. And it's hilarious knowing what happens to the ants when you make the bait. It is chemical warfare. You get either, I think borax works, but I like to get, you can make sugar water, right? You add a little bit of, baking soda. You kind of want to make a paste, and then you want to leave it near ants. They will take it back to their queen. The queen will eat it, and because of the acid in her body, it will react to the baking soda, and she'll start fizzling inside and exploding. I love that. I love that. I don't know how mean... I know that's gonna sound mean, but it's hilarious thinking ants see this treat and they just eat it and explode. I read a copy pasta about a hamster doing that. What is with hamsters and dying in the most horrific ways possible? Sounds evil. Good thing ants are just biological. Or good thing ants are just organic robots, right? I don't think ants have feelings. If they do, then I'm sorry, ants. The exploding hamster. I'll read the... Let me just read that copy pasta, because it's one of my favorites. I'm gonna read that copy pasta right now, because it's just hilarious. Let me make sure this is the right copy pasta. It is, okay. I've been crying in my room for 2 hours now. I was making some salad dressing in the kitchen with my pet hamster Manny. I let him roam around a lot. My sister and her friends were also in there doing something. I spilled a bottle of vinegar, so I went to get a towel. And when I came back, Manny had been drinking it. I didn't think anything of it, so I let him help me clean it up. All of a sudden, Manny starts acting really weird. He's normally full of energy, but he's just sitting still. Everyone gathered around him to figure out what was wrong. Suddenly, we hear a fizzling noise coming from Manny, from inside Manny. As he started expanding, he let out a final squeak and bursted. Bubbles and went everywhere. My sister and her friends started screaming and crying. I ran and got my dad, and he cleaned it up. We looked in the pantry, and apparently Manny got into the baking soda and ate a bunch of it. I think I'm traumatized now. I might be confused of a gerbil. Rest in peace, hamster. Like Amy saw me, her whole thing's like the microwave thing, right? God bless. Either the hamster or the microwave thing from I remember, or they blast. But yeah, I apologize, but I really wanted to read that. Be happy it's not the Buzz Lightyear copy pasta I love. Because there's a whole copy pasta that's one of my favorites. I don't even know if I can find it anymore. Let me see. Yeah, I found it. Oh no, I didn't. Ew, what the— oh my god. I accidentally found a really bad fanfiction. But I will not ever— that's horrifying. Where is the copy pasta? I can't find it. I'll have to look for it. It's probably that— it's probably the degenerate one but it's not the one I'm looking for. Where is it? I can't find it. That's unfortunate. I'll look for it later. It was hilarious. I can't find it, chat. That's oh, I found it. I found out. Okay, good, I found it. Maybe I'll read that eventually. Or I don't know, I'll save it for something. That is something I do want to read, because it's hilarious. It involves Antarctica exploding or something. Yeah. What was I talking about before the ant stuff? I forgot what I was talking about. The ants made me think of exploding hamsters. But I'm sure... Yeah, I saw a really degenerate Toy Story copy pasta just now. I will never read that. It's disgusting. Do you know about the underwater hamster guy called Hamster? I don't. I don't. But I kind of want to look it up now. A man is creating an underwater hamster utopia. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like Sea Lab for hamsters. What the heck? Oh my god. He's just like... He just has Medicare covered. Oh, God bless Weatherman. I really want to get a hat of his. I'll probably put it on my Kirsha plush. Heck yeah. But, look at this. Oh my god. Yeah, he just has like an aquarium with a hamster in an enclosure. Again, hamsters die, unfortunately, in the most horrific ways possible. And this one is just like, death is just watching this one intently. You would put them in lakes with cameras and stuff. Oh my god, this is a lake? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Ugh. Godspeed, little hamster. I chose freedom. I chose hamster. My god. I like how the hamster has to have like an enclosed like hamster drinking thing surrounded by all this water. Of course it can't drink like a lake water, right? Kind of looks like it has like a hamster filtration center. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know. But still, that's really cool. Did it very safely. It does look pretty like safe and sealed, but still, you never know. I've seen Deep Blue Sea. I know what happens. That was a good movie. That was a fun movie. Oh man, those are memories. I remember the first time I watched that movie was with my at my grandma's house. Just those good times, right? Like those childhood memories of places you just picture perfectly in your head. You know, the insides and outsides of it. You might still even have dreams about that place. It's my grandma's house for me. My other grandma's house on my dad's side, I don't remember as much. Well, I went there like every holiday. I just don't remember it as much. I don't know why. Because it was smaller, right? Grandma on my mom's side, that place was huge. Her new house is pretty huge too. In fact, the stairway is even longer and it hurts. I wish I could visit her. But she's like 6 hours away, unfortunately. In Sacramento. I love going to Sacramento. Old Sacramento is such a fun place to go to. I really want to go back there and buy more fairy statues. Or those little porcelain fairy figures, I guess. Shut it. I mean, look at me. I don't even need to say it. Just look at me. But, Pop Mart made these little fairy figure blind boxes I really freaking want. Because, like, it's a win-win. There's not a fairy I'm not gonna buy from them, you know. Win-win. Like, some blind boxes I'll only get if they are absolutely 100% win-win. Fairies, you can't go wrong. I can't go wrong. I love each and every one of them. I have a lot of fairies in my room. Well, not a lot. I wish I could have more. I have a fairy Rem figure from Ban Presto, a fairy Ram figure from Sega, because unfortunately the figure that goes with the Ban Presto fairy Rem figure is a bee. So I guess it's more of a spring collection. So she's a bee instead of a fairy, so I was like, I really want a Rem that's a fairy to go with my Ram, so Sega had that. Like a Sega Prize had that. And they're like in scale almost. I have a fairy Miku. And I think one of my favorites is the Nendroid, it's the Nendroid Tinkerbell. That's one of my favorites. took out a loan for that one. Someone lent me money for that one. Heck yeah. God bless them. I paid them off, of course. That one I have to be careful with, because the wings, I heard, are prone to breaking, so I don't even touch it. It just looks pretty. It stays on one of my shelves, acrylic shelves, on my wall, and it looks pretty. And that's it. And I'm very happy to have it. That one's a lot. That one's I'm glad I got it at the time. I don't even know how much it is now. Let me see. I don't even see it on Amazon. You try to look it up, you just get the Funko Pop. Which, those things have like soulless eyes. I don't even see it. I don't see it on Amazon. So you'd probably just have to get it from eBay. Wait, here it is. I see the listing. It is... There's nothing here. There's no way to buy it. There's just a listing. There's just a listing. And eBay, let's see. What do they want on eBay? God damn it. I hate eBay. I try to search something, and it tries to be like, oh, 10%, save 10% if you use the app. I don't give a shit about apps. I don't like using a smartphone. Let's see. Huh. I don't trust that. I see some that are cheap, but I'll never trust it. If it's too good, if an Android's cheap, it's usually too good to be true. Okay, it hasn't really been the same usually. The price hasn't really changed. But yeah, I really love Fairy's Chat. I really do. I try to restrain myself from buying them though. I unfortunately have to restrain. As much as I want, as many as I possibly can get. Yeah, I have a lot of Nendroids on my, one of my shelves. I have a whole bunch in my closet. I have a ton in my closet. I have like 30 Nendroids total, I think. Maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. But I feel like it's around 30. I've spent a long time collecting these things. With every scrap I could get, because I did have a job. I cleaned a house for a good while. It was pretty much just like the floors and the counters, and that was it. Because they knew my back and everything. That job was kind of a pain. Not because of the work hurting my body. More so because, they were like dude bros, right? They just kept trying to get me to drink. On the job. Or they would like, stop what you're doing and come play this new game with us. I'm like, oh, okay. Frick. Because I just wanted to do my job and go home. And then play whatever game I was playing. Usually Final Fantasy 14 or something. But, played a lot of Overwatch with them. They had a lot of, like, drinks, I guess. Alcohol, whatnot. They were always stocked with everything. Those goddamn dude bro frat boy types, I guess. Kinda sus. No, they were fine. They were fine. They're like these bodybuilder dudes. But, each one of them, what happened was, like, during the pandemic, they all moved out. And they pretty much moved out because they all got married and had kids. Frat bros trying to get me to drink on the job. It wasn't like that. They were my stepbrothers, so it was nothing. They actually tried to protect me a lot. They really did. Especially, like, they did invite me to a party, they would really protect me. Except for that one time that one idiot spiked the goddamn Bacardi 151 mix he made with Norcos. That could have killed me. Didn't, and had a fantastic time, but I was protected. They protected me. They weren't bad people. Actually, They gave me a lot of stuff. They gave me a lot of stuff for free. If they didn't want it, they'll give it to me. They know I'm a pack rat. But if someone gives me something, I'll try to use it as much as humanly possible. Or at least try. Once the garage is finally gonna be cleared out, I'm gonna print so much goddamn stuff, chat. I'm gonna 3D print way too much stuff. I'm so happy it is getting cleared out. I need to start looking online to help popularly sell the big items in the garage. But I'm very happy and proud. I'm very happy and proud of him with how much progress he's made. And honestly, most of this stuff wasn't his. It was his ex-wife's. I think that's all I need to say about the stuff and why we're getting rid of it. Can I 3D print Beyblades? Probably not. It's a resin printer. Really, I'm so excited to use it. I am gonna print so many weeb things. I really am. Lots of Chuba figures. I have a lot of STLs. What was it I wanted to really print? There's a few things I really wanted to print, and I forgot what they are. But it's okay because I have their files somewhere on my desktop. Let me see. Let me just check the 3D printed files folder. Oh, one of them is just Gura. What is it? What is it? It was... Oh, of course. Sir Daniel Fortescue. That's who I really wanted to print. Lots of old, you know, game stuff. Imagine Gary Merritt couldn't be... Right? I'm not a dating person. I'm not a dating person. I tried so many times and it just never was for me. I learned in the long run, I don't need to be happy to have to... I don't need to have someone to be happy. I'm fine being myself. That's my problem, Chad, is... You still haven't used your When did you get that thing? It was like 3 years ago. Jesus frickin' Christ. At least it feels like 3 years ago. Could be like 2. But there's a few Peba figures I really want to print out. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Oh, there's the one thing I do want to print out, and I want to see if it works with resin, is the Bakugan. There are a few 3D printed Bakugan. Because these Bakugan were very prominent in the anime, and they never made them. Like, I think they had the game... Someone made a file for the game exclusive Leonidas that I really want to freaking print. Leonidas is my favorite Bakugan. Bakugan, if you guys don't know, this is gonna sound weird, but was my pipeline to VTubing. And it started in 2008, which is weird to say. I was with my grandma. Both maidenless, let's go. I was with my grandma. He's like, oh, that's neat. They're little balls. I don't know what they do, but I kind of want them. Because they're like translucent, right? These were the B1s. They're really tiny Bakugan. They're just a little marble. And I was like, I kind of want that. And she got it for me. And I looked more into it at home and saw there was like a whole like community for them. So I got into the community. And like literally several years later, I still retained some friends from that community. A lot of them tried to cancel me for the stupidest reasons, and I'll literally just tell you, a few of those friends tried to cancel me because I said Twitter's not an alternative source for education. Dumbest cancel ever. They failed, but because I don't bend the knee, I never did. But besides the point, one of my good friends got me into this MMO. Within the MMO, I met another friend The other friend showed me clips from Pippa. Because I knew about VTubers, right? And I did watch a few everywhere now and then. Like, of course I watched a bit of, the godmother of VTubing, of course. Like, He's Not I. I did watch a good bit of that. But before I really got into it, I didn't really watch much until my friend showed me those clips of Pippa. Then I started really watching other VTubers, and then I learned about flavor and everything. And then I ended up becoming where I'd watch like 3 streams at the same time. And I ended up just loving VTubing so much I became a VTuber, and that's the pipeline. He's Not I. I'm not as strict on my PS1 policy anymore. Play Bakugan Battle Brawlers. Is it on the PS2? I do every now and then play PS2 games. I've played the, oh, it is on the PS2. Holy frick. Oh my Jesus Christ. I didn't know it was on the PS2 this whole time. No, I will 100% play this game. Eventually. I will 100% stream this game. Thank you for telling me it's on the PS2. Oh god, I can't breathe. If I yap too much, my asthma kicks in. No, I will 100% play this game. Now that I know it's on the PS2, I will 100%. I do play PS2 games, right? Mostly I stick with PS1. Every now and then I'll delve into a PS2 game. I will 100% play this game sometime and stream this game sometime. I played it on the DS, right? Because I have the DS version. It came with the little Pearl Naga. But I don't know how it differs from the full console release, but I will 100% play it. That's a blast. That I'll do. That I'll 100% do. Using a social media app as a source of education is the brain dead move. It really is. No, it really is. These people were idiots. They fell into the Tumblr pipeline. This is like during the Skype days, right? They fell into the Tumblr pipeline. Started getting poisoned and poisoned and poisoned. And that's kind of the reason I am the way I am, right? It's just like that buildup of idiots being idiots. To the point where I don't care about walking on eggshells to pamper their stupid asses. It started from that, really. And I kid you not, chat, the stuff with Kirsha, right? She's always spot on with what she says, and that's why she's like one of my Oshis, right? Like, Pippa's my Kami Oshi, Kirsha's my Oshi. So is Sawa. Those 3 are like the unholy trinity, but they're my favorites, and I watch them as much as I can. The leader of that Skype group, chat, is as bad as you'd think the stereotype would be for the people Kirsha talks about. That's as vague as I'll go with that. The things they sent me, I can pretty much... Well, no, I did. I sent it to the FBI. Didn't do anything, but I'm pretty sure with that, you get a good gist of what I'm talking about. These kinds of people are pretty bad. That's as far as I'll go. I don't want to glow too much. I don't want to get into it too much, but I did want to. I wanted to get that at least out. Because there's a reason I'm the way I am. I don't know if it's radicalization or just I don't pamper these idiots, and that's why. It's just build up from back in the day, and things hitting a peak now. That is truly glow-worthy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's very glow-worthy. They were the ones glowing as hard as possible. That's the best way to put it. They were glowing as hard as possible. Usually I don't talk about this stuff, so... yeah. But it's weird. It's sad. The Minecraft, yes, the, Smash Brothers community tactic. Yes, very much that behavior. Very much that behavior.
But yeah. The internet's been a wild ride for me. It really has. Because I've been on the AOL days. I've been on the AIM days and the Skype days, and then I am here now. I'm still behind the times, right? We had dial-up. We had AOL. I had AOL Kids. It's funny because you could probably tell the credentials. It's not gonna. It's like gone, right? I think my password is like IG88. Of course, I'll never use that password now, and I haven't used it in like literally like 20 years. But it was IG88 because that droid's amazing. You think our hate subreddits had similar tactics for dealing? Oh my god. It's gross. I don't like Reddit. I really don't. I apologize if any of you are Redditors. I just do not like the website. I don't know. Every time I go on Reddit to look up something, it's always people arguing and saying the most brain dead takes on the planet. They're smug about it. Every time I have an issue or try to look something up. The site got psyoped. It did. So did the boards. Which is unfortunate. Those are fun days. The boards were the best, some of the best days of the internet for me. I'm not even gonna lie. Back when it was in its prime. And of course, I mean, that's why I'm in FlaVR, right? That's why I'm... like, my Kamiyoshi's Pippa, right? 4chan did have the same problem. But back in the day, like, during the Project Chanology days, those were so fun. I miss Project Chanology so much. That was fun, chat. 4chan got nuked. It came back. But the Janny stuff is hilarious and sad at the same time. During Project Chanology, you'd have a lot of YouTube channels being called, like, something like, I don't know, like Temple of Scientology, Church of Scientolog, stuff like that. And it would just be the worst, most, like, anon shit posting you'll ever see. You've heard someone mention Chanology when it fell. Oh my god. Those were fun days. I remember they would get so mad. They would start, like, during the protest, they would start, like, pouring sugar into people's gas tanks. That's how you know you've made them really mad. I guess it's because of, like, Project Chanology and, like, seeing how those people acted. Makes me deal with things better now with idiots on, like, Twitter and whatnot, I guess. It's the end of 4chan being fun. Yeah, there's still a few good raids. Like, I don't know if you guys know about Ghost. That was a fun... back in the day, that was fun. Ghost, he still streams, God bless him. You'd probably consider him, like, one of the earlier PNG tubers. Pretty sure he called himself that once recently, too. God bless that melting pot of friendship. But yeah. Good old days. Yeah, Ghost Politics, him. I remember the boards posting his like streams on Blog Talk Radio. Oh my god, Blog Talk Radio was really fun. Blog Talk Radio was unironically fun. That was before your time on the Chanology. That was before your time on Chanology. Neon Bible. Neon Bible, that sounds very familiar. Neon Bible, Neon Bible. I don't see... Oh! Neon Bible, that's a good song. Oh, heck yeah. Those were good times. Jesus Chatline. Jesus Chatline was such a fun show. And it did come back for a while in like 2020. Richard Burnich actually did come back. I ended up calling. I think I had a problem and I kept eating babies or something. I said it as calmly as possible. That was a fun time to actually call in his show. I'm happy I at least got to do that once. That was good stuff, chat. Like, there's a few hotline shows, right? I would watch as many as I could. Like, especially during 2020, there's a good few of them. I think the most prominent one is, the Buddhist hotline. I don't know if you know if that's still around. I think his name was like Jonathan Hills or something. That was a fun show. Let me see. No, he had his quote-unquote final show on, like, 3 months ago. Okay. Okay, so he just stopped recently again. Because he stopped. And he came back. I'm surprised he went on for this long. But I haven't watched him for a good long time. Some of his episodes are funny, I guess his streams are funny. But during the Blog Talk radio days, I actually really wanted a radio show back then. That's where like the need to stream originally came from. Was Blog Talk Radio. And unfortunately I never did that, right? 4chan did a bunch of messed up things. Well, it was mostly B that did those. It was mostly B. You're not gonna have like the O boards, like, or the cooking boards, or JP doing any of that. It was mostly B, and then later it was Pole, and now it's just, you know, it's a little silly now. Look what they did to Jesse. Oh, I forgot about that. Jesse Slot. Is that how you got the legendary copy pasta? Is that the one where the dad was... Got so many memes from that. I think that's where you got "Ya Done Goofed," the cyber police, consequences will never be the same. Not evolve. It was not, and I don't. It still isn't really. It's literally like a board or two. Where all like everything happened. The father was abusive. Oh Jesus, that I didn't know if that's possible. I'll have to look into that. We go to A. A's not gonna bug you. That's just anime and manga. I think that was like one of the first boards. B is random. That's the board that's, you know... You go to like C, it's just anime and cute. It's literally just cute anime girls. There's literally it. See, the thing about the other boards, like, they're blue boards. If you try to post anything else, the Jannies would nuke you immediately. So if you post anything other besides cute anime girls on C, it has to be safe for work. It has to be safe for work, even. Post anything else there, they will nuke you. That's how it's been. That's what people don't get. That's how it's been for a long time. D, we don't talk about D. E is ecchi. What is G? G is technology. You're not gonna see stuff like that. You know, half it means it came from how messed up the situation is. 4chan prepared a lot of people for Pippa's Saturday stream. Oh my Christ, that stream. That stream was something else. Is her body... Did that VOD get taken down? That was something else. That was another stream and it's... That was something else. That was, in a good way, right? It's like, what other VTuber does stuff like that besides, like, no, Pippa, Kirsha, maybe? I'd love to see the two of them do that, the rest of the roots with that. Darn it. Pippa, such a fantastic VTuber. Recently, she had this this extension that she types with. I ended up grabbing it because of her. Every time you type, you just hear like Animal Crossing sounds. I love it so much. Let's see, live. The worst visual novel just got oh, it's still up. The VOD's still up. I don't know if it. Are you winning, daughter? That's so good. The VOD's still up. I would suggest watching it as soon as you can. Hey nerd, hope you're doing good. The girl got. Oh god. That's horrifying if that's true. I don't know. That's sad. Chat works fast and free. That's horrible if that's true. There's a lot of times 4chan B actually saved a bunch of people. Like, I believe there's like a few cats and dogs they saved because they saw they got abused. A few people, I think. What else is there? There's K, it's all guns. I don't think there's anything bad on K. Oh, there's Uno Miku. God bless. There's a bit on K, but it's not like too bad. It's just like anime girls. M is Mecha. God bless M. M only posts good stuff. Sig Xeon. Oh yeah, X. X is great. O is Auto. I do like their namings with certain things. T is Photography. See, there's a lot of boards. There's so many boards that you're not gonna find a bunch of stupid stuff on. They will ban you. Maybe not V. V might be the other board. V is one of the boards I frequented. If you can't tell, V is one of the boards I frequented, and you could probably see how cynical I am usually with games. That's where I fit in. Every person saved on 4chan, there's at least 1,000 oh my Jesus. Those threads were insane. I don't know if they're even on there anymore. X and Co. Heck yeah. See, X and Co are great. X and Co are fantastic. Those wrecked threads though, Jesus Christ. Those, I remember, I don't think fondly is the right word for that. I remember that. I am so desensitized from the internet, I swear to God. I swear to God. Seen some things. Got that right. Oh god, what? Why is R9K is still here? That's a cesspool, chat. R9K was a containment board for people who are too autistic for V. Or not V, B. You don't want to go to R9K. People have died going onto R9K. I'm not even joking about that. Stay the fuck away from R9K. I say that without bleeping. That was years ago. Stop going to after them tulpa summoning. Was there actually tulpa summoning threads? Jesus Christ. R9K, to your knowledge, was the incel board before incel. Yeah, this is mostly true. A lot of people who got banned from R9K migrated to Reddit. Ban was your ban. There you go, tatters. After B for a while, I went to ban. For a while with B back in the day, I tried so hard to push Cherno as the mascot for B. Eventually, it went to Bant. She became the mascot to Bant. Then she started. For some reason, her husband was Duke Nukem. But for the longest time, I tried getting Cherno pushed for B as the mascot. And lo and behold, I go back on 4chan, check out Bant, and there she is, just right there. Succubus summoning. Oh my god. Medicure covered X in the Tulpa summoning. Oh, I have to check that out. I don't know where to watch Medicure vids. I really don't. Unfortunately. We are retard to represent the retard board. Oh my god. Hell yeah. I love Chirno so much. I have both of her Nendroids. I need to get wings for her. I need to resin cast some wings for her. Her wings are very fragile and break a lot. Oh, I have one good wing still, and I want to resin cast it. See if it's still any good. I don't think it's any. I think it just became another B. Because it was like B International, right? Wait, did I say hi to Tatters? Hi, Tatters. There are archives everywhere for the Medicare videos. Nice, I'll have to look for them. I'll have to find them. There's the LGBT. See, 4chan has a whole LGBT board. I'm not a fan of Pride Month, though. I'll just say that right now. I'm not a fan of Pride Month. I'm not proud to be anything, really, besides a dinosaur. I just want to be me and not be proud of it, right? Let's see, let's go on Bant. Of course I'm not going to show it, but... Bant's a little tame now, I guess. I don't know. What was that? What was that? I saw something appear, and then it got wiped out from the face of the earth. I saw something, and then it's gone. I don't know if something got like auto-filtered through YouTube or what. Remember on April Fools, they merged MLP threats. I heard about that. Isn't it Dino Month? It is Dino. I am proud to be Dino. Heck yeah. It is Dino Month. Self-loathing? No, I'm not. I would never. I don't know. I'm very... I don't know. I vibe. I just vibe, I guess. Fact 4chan, the site known for having a bunch of Nazis, has an LGBT port. Yeah, I guess. There's not really Nazis here. There might be LARPers that are dumb, but most of the time it's not like actually... No. That word's been so diluted these days. I've been called a Nazi sympathizer, and I don't really... You know, I don't do much. I just like... It's like, oh, you like this VTuber? You're a Nazi now. Like, get the hell out of here. I don't know, people are crazy, right? People are crazy. The only thing I'm gonna say Sig to is Sig Xeon. That's it. And then you're gonna have people even, you know, attack you for liking Xeon. Like, get the heck out of here. If it looks like an idiot and so... No! Well, I am a retard, but... I don't know. Yeah, there are actual, like, weird LARPers. The only one I really, you know, pay much attention to is Gypsy Crusader. God bless him in his videos. And again, he does it with satire mostly. Or had a PS1, don't you know? Didn't Osama bin Laden ironically have like a PS1 or a PS2? Breadtubers, the Karmi LARP. I hate communists. I hate breadtubers. Bosh. Is this true and real? I'm gonna say probably, allegedly, allegedly, him and his horses, I swear to God. Remember he called Pippa a Nazi, and he's like, I don't care what a horse lover thinks about me. I'm like, oh my God, Pippa. I can't. That bunny. I think it was a PS2. He like Naruto on like laptops too, didn't he? He like anime. The guy was a cave weeb. There when GC started. On Bitwave. Oh my God. I forgot what Bitwave was. Remember Blog TV? Remember Blog TV? That's where I watched like a bunch of old streamers that don't exist. Shout out to Plextra Moist, who probably doesn't exist anymore. Shout out to Hemi Jeep 19, who probably doesn't exist anymore. Those just, you know, small streamers back then who would just usually prank call, right? I meant to say, like, short stack. Oh my god. You guys should see my Steam badge right now. You can't. You should see my Steam badge right now. Wave was the replacement for Stream.me. Okay. I'm on BlogTV with my hands up. I'm not starting myself. Everybody type in the chat, Alex is a stupid goober. God. God. That stuff was funny. Everyone else owned a Wii. Yeah, I had one. I did have a Wii. Well, I still have my Wii. It's soft modded. Can't even play games on it anymore. Stupid ass Call of Duty Black Ops broke it. Black Ops would mess with the reader, and it would go so hard on the reader it would break it. Which is unfortunate. Drop the chief. My god. I don't know, is there a way to show my Steam badge without showing my Steam badge? I might be able to. Hold on. I got a Steam badge I paid like $15 for it because I just bought the cards over and over and over. Let me see if I could at least show the badge somehow. Let me see if there's a way to do this. Let me see, chat. Let me see if this works. Let me see if this works. Hold on. Hold on, chat. This might work. Let me see. Oh, it works. This is my Steam badge. It'll make people angry, won't it? It'll make people angry. No, there's no bad. There's nothing bad, but this is bound to make people angry. I don't care anymore. People want to get mad, they can get mad. You're gonna piss off those who knew exactly. It's gonna make people mad. I can't care anymore. Be careful. It has your name. No, it's not. That's one of the things that I did make. No, it's not gonna show anything. It's just literally just a Lulu Teala. That's it. I have a separate Steam just for, you know, stuff like that. I am very careful with stuff like that. It's just a badge you're down. No, I understand. No, it's... What's the best way to put it? Don't where you eat. That's a good way to... That's some good advice I can give. With VTubing, right? I separated everything, so I'll be safe. Browser... I even have a separate browser just for VTubing. I use Firefox strictly for VTubing. Because, you know, I've seen, like, even, like, the higher, more professional VTubers dox themselves. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Oh. Don't where you eat. VTuber is pretty dope. My god. I need more gamer subs. I need more gamer subs. I can't wait till I get the caffeine-free stuff so I could... Unless you're Pippa. No, she actually did. I think once. I'm not sure. I have a feeling she did once. At least from what I heard, allegedly. I don't know. I don't want to take it as a grain of salt. Asmongold. The stuff with Kirsha and Asmongold is insane that, you know, her Oshi finally noticed her. Well, at the same time, it's crazy, you know. Kirsha's cheering me on and shouting me out and whatnot. When that originally happened, I felt like a deer in goddamn headlights. And I bless... I always want to... I feel blessed and I always feel thankful and grateful for her, you know, shouting me out. The honorable chatters who came to support me. I appreciate that a lot. It's just weird and crazy to see, like, one of those big streamers you watch be like, pretty much like, you know, you did good, kid. That's what it feels like, and I'm, you know, I just can't believe that. Is she the VTuber who publicly crushing on Asmongold? Kinda. I don't know if it's like, it's probably a bit, you know, I don't know. She does like Asmongold. That's cool, you heard about it. A lot of people heard about it, it's crazy. It feels weird. It really feels weird to get that recognition. But I'm blessed and I'm so grateful. I didn't expect that to happen. And those words, I'll take them to heart, of course. I'm not gonna ever give up, you know. And I won't let you down or run around or hurt you. Sorry, chat. Sorry, chat. You know what I loved about the Rickrolls is, there used to be like actual unironic Christian streamers on like Blog TV and Twitch every now and then, and Blog Talk Radio. And they'd be like, oh, my favorite quote is this, and it would just be the Rickroll. And everyone's like, oh, that's beautiful. And they just start soaring. Asmongold serves as a reminder that someone like him can find someone... Well, I always put it like this, right? Don't take my advice. This is just for my own personal self-use, I guess. But my advice to myself is... if Darkside Phil can make it, anyone can. I tell people not to use that for themselves, because... say you don't make it, then it's gonna hurt even worse that he made it and you didn't. For me, if I make it fantastic. If I don't, well, I'm still gonna do what I do. I'm happy either way. Then again, there's that drive to make it just because of how many people helped me. How many people helped me push on and move on. I'm not gonna ever, you know... unironically, I'm never gonna give up on that. You know, if you... kissless wizards. Oh my god. Then again, even Chris Chan somehow found someone... well, he found a couple people. The first one landed him in jail, Jesus Christ. I'll never... this timeline's so screwed up. This timeline's so screwed up. Ethan Ralph? Did Ethan Ralph make it? Jesus Christ, yeah. Yeah. You do the opposite thing. Wow, DSP can make it. The world is doomed. The world will end, yet he will remain. Can't believe he outlived like Gora. Bringing back all the lore. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I almost did a Blog Talk radio, or a blog... was it Blog Talk Radio? Yeah, a Blog Talk Radio show. But I didn't. But that's where I really wanted to stream. Ethan Ralph isn't dead yet. My god. My god. Blog Talk Radio, there's a lot of trolls on there. Unfortunately. There's a lot of trolls on Blog Talk Radio and a lot of weird shows. Oh my god, chat. There was unironic, like, Black Panther movements all on Blog Talk Radio. To where if you, like, tried calling in and they didn't like your name, they would immediately just, like, be as horrid to use as possible. It was a website. Blog Talk Radio was strictly just like radio shows. That's where Ghost Politics originally started on. They shut down in January. Sad. There were some good shows, like some satirical shows, like this guy named Tony Talks. You can still find his stuff on YouTube, like archived. I highly recommend listening to some of that. Some of it's really funny. He sounds like an autistic Joe Pesci. That stuff was funny. I think DSP and Ralph made it because they have the confidence, even if that confidence is misplaced. That's a good way to put it. You have to have the confidence. I like the funny show. Yeah, there's a good view. Like, if you really want to, if you haven't, look into Jesus Chatline and a guy named Richard Burnish. That's like some of the classic stuff out there. If you want to go even further to like old stuff, look up the Jerky Boys. Those are like 90s, even probably 80s. Prank call compilations. There are professionals at that. But shows like Buddhist Hotline, they were like directly inspired by Jesus Chatline, Richard Burnish, and I would have loved the Southern Poverty Call. Oh my god, is it archived somewhere? Because I would 1,000,000% look that up. I would 1,000,000% look that up. Stephen Chilton. It was Richard Burnish and Stephen Chilton. They ran the Jesus Chatline. Unfortunately, the guy who played Stephen Chilton passed away a good while back. 5-star days. Oh my god. It was, but the website is down. Did it about 4 years. Oh my god. You provided a lot of the numbers. What the heck? Because there's a lot of super small, like satire stuff like that too. There was some I watched but didn't participate in. There was some I just watched and did. I miss those satirical call-in shows so much. Those were so fun. At a church and a pastor and stuff. Oh my god. That sounds great. Like, there's this guy, his name was like Vishnu Kirpal. His stuff was so good, but nobody knew who he was and nobody called in. He only has 30 subs. That upsets me so much. Why do I have more subscribers than this man? That's depressing, chat. He stopped his stuff a while back. His name was Vishnu Kirpal. Vishnu Kirpal. His shows were so accurate to old public TV shows. It was insane how good he was. And to know he only has 37 subscribers now, because, you know, that hurts me on a spiritual level. He doesn't do anything anymore, but I still want you to check his channel out. This guy was so good. This guy was so good. His stuff was so accurate to back then. It is so sad. I wish he took off. I really do. His stuff was so good. But stuff like that. I miss the internet, chat. I really do. Like AOL kids, I remember going on like bluesclues.com and stuff. I remember my mom freaked the frick out. Because back then, like with computer terminology, like now Windows would be like, oh, Windows has encountered an error and needs to shut this program down. Back then it didn't say that. Back then, on like Windows 98, 95, it would say something along the lines of, let me actually find out what it says. It says this. This program has encountered an illegal operation and will be shut down. That's what that says. And my mom freaked out so hard when she first saw that. But it just meant, oh, the computer encountered an error. It meant illegal in like, oh, computer coding, do not do that. But to her, she thought the FBI was gonna raid our house. And it wasn't. It was, you know, me going on like, oh, Pokemon Red and Blue secrets that didn't cause anything. Like, I didn't even know about the missing no glitch from like the internet. I learned it from just some random kid at school. Who my mom was friends with their parents. Like, my parents were friends with their parents, so they came over once. He's like, oh, you have Pokemon Red. Well, let me show you this neat cheat code. Or I forget what he said. He just did something and showed it to me, and I was like, oh my god, what the hell just happened? That's how I found out about that. I missed my copy of Red. I still have my copy of Blue. The way I got my copy of Blue was... I don't do it now, but back then I stole it from a bully of mine. Some kid was bullying me. He wasn't looking once, so I just yoinked his copy when he wasn't looking. Never got to finish Pokemon Red or Blue. But, you know, I was a stupid kid. I yoinked it. I still have that copy. Do I feel bad now? Kinda. He was a little shit. He was a little brat, chat. Stealing games and phones. What? Well, there's no phones back then. There's no, like, cell phones back then like that. This is before the brick Nokia even came out, I think. I can't remember. Maybe, I don't know. What was that Nokia? It was like, what was it? The Nokia 30... I think it was the Nokia 3310? It's one of those old Nokias. Nokia history. I don't steal. I always said not anymore. It was just that one time back in like the 90s. Hello, I'm Cloud. I'm Zealout. Sorry, I always think your name says I'm Cloud. It was, you know, it's the classic brick Nokia that doesn't fold. It just got the antenna. I thought it was the 3310, but it's not quite it. Phone you posted in my... Let me check it real quick. Let me check that. Let's see. Let's see. I checked the wrong Discord. I don't... What the hell is that? I love it. I don't know if that is Tanner's, but it's like a... Oh my god. I love that. It's like a makeup compact. God bless. The click is so satisfying. Does it spring open? I like that. I love the design. The phone I wanted as a kid was the Juke phone. It was a little tiny ball. I keep saying ball when I mean like a little square. It was really tiny. It was like a little stick. I really wanted the Juke. I ended up getting a Razr. Happy with the Razr. I had the Nokia for a while. Because my mom wanted me to be safe, so she put like prepaid money on a Nokia. Juke was neat. What's the other phone I wanted? What was it? It's called. It was the LG Chocolate. That's the other phone I wanted. The Razr was such a grandiose phone, and I still use Motorola today. I use the Motorola Z4, I believe. You had a I'm so jealous. The chocolate was such a neat phone. Nice blue chocolate. Oh yeah, I wanted the green one. Cause that was that the music phone, or was that also the Juke? But I really wanted a chocolate. Nokia 6 from 2016, 2019. Look, he was a beast. Heck yeah. I hated the LG Voyager. I used that for a while. Didn't like it. McDonald's is bringing back the snack wrap oh my Jesus Christ, I haven't heard about the snack wrap in so long. I might actually grab a couple later. Not today, or maybe next month. Whenever it comes out, I don't know. I remember the snack wrap. You know what I like watching? Even though it's inaccurate as frick? Is, the movie Super Size Me. Just for nostalgia's sake, right? Eat those as cheap protein snack. Super Size Me is... It's more of like a... The reason I like Super Size Me is not because of the message it's trying to convey, because the message it's trying to convey is kind of a lie. More of just the time it was made, right? Just... It's a blast of nostalgia. Because, that guy, was his name like Morgan Spurlock? Keep wanting to call him Morgan Spurglock. But, it's funny in the documentary, because like, a while after he does his McDonald's diet, like in the middle of it, one of his doctors like, oh, I haven't seen... The only time I usually see liver damage like this is in alcoholic patients. And lo and behold, later, it turns out this whole time, most of this guy's problems was from alcoholism that he omits completely from the documentary. Super Size Me was based on a lie. The guy was an alcoholic and used his drinking greatly to... Exactly that. Yes. It 100%... Especially the liver damage. That was his alcoholism. Did he die of alcoholism? I think he died of, like, cancer or something. I don't know. Remember Super Size Me 2 was also a weird thing to watch. Apparently free-range chickens don't run around. That's all, I mean, I kind of figured, but... I don't know. For me, I watch it because of the sign of the times. Now, I tried doing the same for Bowling for Columbine. That just made me so mad. Don't watch it. Stupid ass Michael Moore. Talk about the ultimate Reddit king. Michael Moore feels like the ultimate Reddit king. Second one was bad. The anti-Super Size Me video was good. Is there an anti-video? I'll have to look it up. For me, Super Size Me, I like for the nostalgic factors. I mean, of course. It's weird, I recently found out, well, not recently, like, a lot of sweet teas will come to me and be like, I love watching your content, it helps me fall asleep, not in a bad way, and I feel honored that I can bring cozy vibes, and other people says, I love your streams, like, goddamn do I feel old. It's called Fathead. Oh my gosh. It's so deep dive sort of... I'll look it up later. In fact, let me just put that into my browser right now. But if I can provide cozy times and nostalgic times, I'm happy. I need to get some sort of sweet tea design for you guys. Like, I need to get you guys an actual fan design eventually. Have you either in like PJs being sleepy, goobery little dinosaurs or something. Sweet teas, something like a Discord. Oh my god, please don't say that. No, every VTuber has their fan name. For me, it's Sweet Teas. Because it sounds like sweeties. For Pippas, it's the Capipalists. For Kirsha, she calls her the Honorable Chatters. Whenever you don't type at the end of stream, it's usually because you're already asleep, not ignoring me. I get that a lot. I get that a lot, and I'm actually honored more than anything. If I help people, I'm very happy. If I could provide entertainment and cozy times and just even sleep, then I'm very happy. Sweetie Squad. That sounds really weird. I don't like that. It was either that or Gooberdon. I still call things Gooberdon. But, oh, I found the documentary. Nice. I might use that later for monetization purposes. I don't know. Hello, Squid. Hope you're doing good. But, what other... Like, Gura, she called her fans the shrimps. Naturally. Or chumbuds. Raimi has the brodents. Stuff like that. That's what those names are for. Mari_Ian has the fin cells. She just calls her the shrimps, like simps. Love documentaries to general from 1995 to 2005. They're really close. They're so good. Those are so good. That's like the perfect era for documentaries. Chad, you know what channel I miss? I don't even think we have it on cable. I haven't plugged my TV in a long time. Especially not the cable box. That thing heats the room up like insanely. Sundance. Sundance was such a good channel. At least it used to be. I don't know how it is now, if it's still around. But I liked all the weird, goofy stuff on Sundance. I miss stuff like that. Like IFC. IFC was good too. I miss stuff like that. But I love... I don't know. I tried looking up documentaries on Netflix. I don't know, my sister still pays for it. God bless her, though. Couldn't find any good documentaries. 2000 Animal... God, yeah. Animal Planet was so fun. That was peak. That was actually peak. You're right. That was the good stuff. It's weird. Like, you don't remember how good you had it until it's too late. Like, I think about that all the goddamn time. I really do. Like, if I listen to, like, an early 2000s song, I can remember those trips to the mall, or I remember the car ride in my dad's truck on the way to see my mom at her work. Loved Cable Slop. Sci-Fi when they were still schizo. That was some of the best times on TV. Unironically. I'm not even gonna lie there. That was... I remember seeing it was like a 10-hour long weird movie or something about... I can't remember if it was like Alice in Wonderland or Wizard of Oz, one of those two. It was really weird schizo stuff, but it was really good. This is like back in like 2008, 2007, I can't remember. God, the old shows, right? You don't know how good you had it until it's too late. Love Sci-Fi Originals. So they changed their logo with some stuff, not the same. Yeah, they call it like Siffy now or something. It's weird. Like, I'll type it like that. Like, why? That's pretentious. Bad acting, those were so... It was. I missed that. And their old logo was... I hate this so... Like, the modernization of logos now. They're not creative. It's the same bullcrap over and over. Sci-Fi's old logo was a nice planet. Apparently they made the logo worse? Ew, that's horrible. I hate things, chat. What's... Comedy Central's logo is just like 2 C's now. I miss when it was the planet with the, it was like the Earth, the globe with like the buildings coming out of it. That was Kino. My favorite was like the orange version of that. Yeah, that's the skyscrapers. They changed it to sci-fi early on. They changed it to sci-fi, I want to say 2009 is when that happened. I am very much showing it. Chat, you know what's... It actually hit me I think it was last week. I was like ready to go to sleep and I couldn't sleep after. Because I sprung out of bed realizing I'm going to be in my mid-30s next year. 35. Well, 66 million and 35, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but it just shocked me to realize, wow. Wow. Frick. Fossil mode. Hag status. Nothing changes, things just hurt more. Oh my god. Like if you I don't know. Those early 2005 rock songs are so good, aren't they? Even like Nickelback and stuff, and like those pop punk songs like Limp Bizkit and Blink 182 and whatnot. I miss everything. 30s is just like your 20s, but with a... Oh, I had back pain since like I was 12. 30s are now new 20s. I guess. Maybe, I guess. Mag maxing is a thing. It is. It is. And I grew up early. Unfortunately so. It's my bone-itis, I guess. Don't miss the cell phones. Those phones suck. I liked them. I don't like smartphones. Nickelback didn't deserve the hate. I agree. I used to make fun of more of Blink 182 than Nickelback. I still don't hate them. Like Static X? No, I remember Static X. I remember them. My friend was a huge fan of them. It's the guy with the crazy literal static hair, right? I remember them. They came back with a revival album. Nice. What else? It was like Fort Minor. I remember that. I wasn't a fan of Fort Minor, but I still remember them. Blink 182 is actually your favorite band. Heck yeah. I love their music. I like Green Day. Like, it's weird. A lot of the music I hated back then I love now. I don't even think it's like a nostalgic factor. I just like it. Like Panic at the Disco. The only thing I don't like is like Blood on the Dance Floor. You love Fort Minor. Fort Minor is one of those classic ones from back in like the early 2000s. My friend was a huge fan of them. Huge fan of like Static X. Of course, what do you call it? Like the big one. Hollywood and Dead. Metalocalypse is so good. But anyways, Linkin Park. My friend was like the biggest Linkin Park fan. How did Linkin Park become such a big meme? I love their music, right? But it became such a meme. Like, what was with the early 2000s and just being edgy as frick? I mean, it was fun. Transform is... That's actually one of my favorite songs from them, was What I've Done. And then Optimus Prime just going, "We are here. We are waiting." That's such a... I Lulu. Tongue. I unironically loved the 2007 Bayverse Transformers movie. It was a fun movie. It was like one of the blockbusters, right? Like the early blockbusters. That and what do you call it? Iron Man 1. Those two movies are like the blockbusters that started the blockbusters. Mom raised you on Lincoln Park and Fort Minor. God bless. Kino. For me, it was Evanescence, naturally. Well, Radiohead, of course. I've always been a huge Radiohead fan, but Evanescence, The Open Door is like my favorite album from them. Lithium was such a good song. Let me pull something up, if it lets me. Bob Marley, always loved Bob Marley. I miss my Bob Marley Legends album. It was such a good album. LP allegedly got a new lead to replace Chester. They sound nothing alike. Yeah. That's sad. It's really sad. I mean, of course the signs were there, right? But it's still depressing. It's so sad. It's you know, it happens, right? Like, LP's new songs are pretty good, are they? I'll look into it. I'll look into it. What do they want to do now? Let me see something real quick, chat. Let me check iTunes real quick. What the... God damn it. I hate iTunes so much, chat. I hate iTunes so much. I just wanted to look at my old album, right? It has the worst... All this... Piece of I'll log in and it's like, oh, session expired, frick you, and it'll log you back out. I think I finally got in after 3 logins. I just wanted to check what I have on here. I just wanted to see what I have on here. I just wanted to see my old library from back in the day. Albums. Whisper, that's what it was. Whisper. I think Whisper was better than Bring Me to Life. Bring Me to Life is kind of like the creep of Evanescence, right? I think Whisper was significantly better. Oh my god, Deftones. I forgot about them. Let me see what my library is for iTunes, because I used to buy iTunes back in the day. A couple Evanescence songs from Fallen. The Black Mages. God bless that. Pokemon X and Y. OST. Mostly just Final Fantasy music. Of course. Okay, computer. It has to be here. Of course. Why the hell do I have a holy... I never bought this. Why is there a U2 album on here? What the hell? Stupid ass Bono. What an egotistical prick. I was just gonna say the free YouTube album. I didn't know about that. What the hell? I'm sorry I got mad, but apparently he just gave it to everybody. He thought his album was so good, he wanted everyone to have it. He says, like, oh, here's a gift. I'm like, get the hell out of here. I don't like you two. I think frick. There's a band Coldplay, I think it was. I think it was Coldplay I really liked too. Yeah, it was Coldplay, Viva La Vida, stuff like that. I have Full of Stars. That stuff. That was good even. That's some chill music to listen to. Their music's okay, and Bono is he very much is. He's so full of himself. Foo Fighters, that was good too. Foo Fighters was great. They're like the American Asian Kung Fu generation. Sorry, that was the stupidest joke I've ever made. There's a lot of Japanese artists I like too, like Gact, of course. Asian Kung Fu generation, Poly6, Genki Rockets. Probably a few I'm missing. But I think my favorite band, of course, is always going to be Radiohead. Because like In Rainbows, OK Computer, Kid A. There's a lot I haven't listened to as well. It's also weird that Pablo Honey is the album that Creep was in, and that's like the biggest song, like the most popular song is Creep. Listening to a lot of funk and Memphis hip hop lately. I like Russian funk. That's pretty fun to listen to, especially like workouts, right? That stuff is pretty good. The Divorced Dad. Then there's stuff like Necronomicon, Exodus. Exodus is such a good band. The Midnight, I saw them live. That's the only people I ever saw live. Russian funk and 800 milligrams of caffeine can't be beat. I can't drink that anymore. Not because it's gonna hurt me. I just don't. I kind of settled down. I did have like 600 milligrams the other night, just to stay awake. But I don't think I've heard of Cord. No. My friend was one of my friends was a huge fan of what's that German band everyone likes? Rammstein, that's what it is. Rammstein. I don't know how to pronounce it. They'll send music later. Heck yeah. My sister was a huge fan of Tokyo Hotel. Yeah, it was Rammstein. I remember my sister was the biggest fan of Tokyo Hotel. I think she has some autographs from them, if she still has them. I hope she did, because I think they disbanded. Might be worth some money. Only do 100 milligrams now. I do at least 400 a day. That's into some EDM and house vibes. Oh, neat. But yeah, I remember my sister was like the biggest fan of Tokyo Hotel. The hugest fan. This is because of her. I remember Bill and Tom Collitz. And Georg, or whatever his name, George and Gustav. Because of her, I just remember their goddamn names by heart. Was that the band Miley Cyrus's brother? I don't know. Is it? Let me see. That was Metro Station. At least according to Google, that's Metro Station. I remember them too. I wonder if I'll like Tokyo Hotel. I actually haven't heard much of their music besides Monsoon. What albums do they have? Was it Scream she liked? Maybe it was Suburban. I can't remember what. Probably Scream. That was her favorite album. Yeah, it was just Monsoon, I remember. I don't know if I like them. Oh, 1,000 Oceans I remember too. I was raised by a cup of coffee. I can't remember. I think she saw them live once even. Do I know Modest Mouse? I do not. The only mouse I know is Iron Mouse. That was a bad joke, I apologize. But I do not, unfortunately. I don't. Danger Mouse. Why does Danger Mouse look like the Pink Panther? What is this show? The Kino music videos. You know who I miss is what do you call it? Oh god, my brain. Try not to hiccup as well. Devo. I miss Devo. Devo was great. Their famous, or my favorite song from them is actually one of their newer songs, which is Monster Man. Devo is a pretty classic band, right? Remember, was it Monster Man from like 2011? That music video was Kino. That music video was so Kino. It was just like a fight with Ultraman. DJ Danger Mouse's great album mixed with the Beatles. Why? I was never a big fan of the Beatles. I don't know why. Same with Rolling Stones. Probably an L take. I apologize. I don't know. I remember John Lennon made a certain song. And the title had the gamer word in it. And then he got hit by a snub-nosed revolver. Sorry, chat. That's one of my favorite memes. I can't. Yeah. He, oh, hey, Raven. Yeah, he had a song. It was called Woman is the gamer word of the world. Got him the job as producers of Gorillaz' second album, Demon Days. Oh, Gorillaz, that's a good one. Never remember Neo. I cannot pronounce that, unfortunately. My brain hurts trying to. I also need to get up. I've been like lounging in my chair too long. I need to get a nice footrest. My ankles hurt because my footrest has been my old monitor. But that'll scare my cat away too. My cat's been doing something that's really annoying me. I'll go to sleep, right? My cat will... That's his cue to go under my desk and just wait there until I wake up, right? And I don't see him. Then he attacks my feet. He just hides there to ambush me. I hate it. I hate it so much. What other songs did I used to listen to? I can't remember. There's so many. Of course, there's a lot of like 80s rock bands I loved, of course. This John Lennon song is news to you. Is this real? Like Aerosmith. Aerosmith is fantastic. Metallica is pretty good. Van Halen, of course. I'm gonna get hate for this one. I apologize. I deeply apologize, but I was never the biggest Queen fan. There's a few songs from them or from Queen I like. But most of them, especially not Bohemian Rhapsody, I don't like that. Probably because back in high school I heard that song too goddamn much. Oh yeah, Korn. Korn. God bless Korn. Tom Petty was pretty good. Motorhead's like one of the best for me. Pantera is so good. And then there was Seether. Seether, the newer band. Seether was pretty good. The Police, I love the Police. Queen didn't like Star Wars. What are the Queen song I actually do like? Let me see what Queen's... If there's some Queen songs that I do like. I don't really see any. I don't really see any. I unfortunately do not see any, and I apologize. No, I don't know. There's a lot of... I don't know what is with a lot. I don't know what's with Queen for me. I guess it was mostly too happy sounding. Too... I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I don't like that major keys. I don't like the... Don't Stop Me Now. There we go. That's one I do... I can listen to a lot. That one right there is... I do like that one, because it is a happy song in a good way. I do really like that one. Like, I feel like I might like, some of the Beatles' older, or newer songs, I guess. So hello, Eric of Skull Island. I apologize, and hello, Jarek. I'm so sorry. I never saw you guys pop in. My brain is going bicycle. With bicycle, I always said, "Well, shut the f and write it already." Goddamn. I remember bicycle. I didn't mind bicycle too much. $19.99 Homie was untouchable. Let It Be for... I think Let It Be was a good one, I think. I can't remember. I'll have to look at their newer stuff and see what I like, because there were a few songs I did like. I have a problem, chat. And this is just gonna solidify my shit taste, right? It's like, I really miss 90s love songs. I really do. But it's neat, goddamn. I really love 90s love songs. Those are so good. Like, if you hear, like, the credits theme for, like, Castlevania that pretty much had, like, that 90s love song vibe to it, that was so Kino. Kiss from the... Oh my god. Seal. Seal, that was great right there. Seal was great stuff. Never liked Beatles. Was surprised by Helter Skelter due to how different... Oh, Helter Skelter, right. Boy bands, love them all. Or most of them. In fact, I was listening to one of them the other night. What was it? I forgot what the song was already. One second, let me check my, Let me see if it's in my history. What was it? There's a song I was listening to. Where is it? Savage Garden. Is that considered a boy band? I was listening to that. We all live in a yellow submarine. That's a classic Beatles song. Savage Garden love song, or not love song, boy band. The Instinct My sister was a huge Backstreet Boys fan, I was a huge Instinct fan. Then later I just ended up liking them both. Probably Backstreet just for the nostalgia. I wish she still had the marionettes she had. Those would probably be worth a lot. But yeah. What else? You loved I Want It That Way only when it was the Arthur version? God damn it. I can't unhear that. All I think about with I Want It That Way now... I do like that song, but now I just half the time I think about Chris Chan. Always confuse Savage Garden with Soundgarden. Was Soundgarden the ones who did all of that old YouTube, like, copyright free music? Or is that something else? Maybe it was... I forgot what it was. There's a lot of... What was I thinking of? Maybe it was like 009 Sound System Dreamscape or something. Do you remember that song? I'm gonna link it. I'm gonna link it, chat. Oh my god, chat. This was the YouTube anthem back in the day. Everyone had this stupid song. It was... There we go. Do you remember this? Do you remember that? That's back in the day. If you hear that song and picture a blue screen with a title, you had a good internet time. Song starts, notepad opens itself. Oh my god, the comments are so good. I miss the old YouTubes and the old internets. 2005, 2007 was such a peak time for the internet. All those Flash games. Steve Jobs saying Flash is dead and then he dies before Flash. Sorry, that was mean. I don't know. I say that I had an iPod. I had a Zune as well. I loved my Zune. The Zune was great. The Zune got too much hate. Zune was really good for what it was. Well, the newer ones, I say. But I had the iPod Nano 3rd gen. That was such a Kino device. So was, I think, the 2nd gen Shuffle. It was like the size of a quarter. If I could get another version of those with Bluetooth, I would totally use them instead of my phone. I hate going on a walk and using my phone for music, and then it gets interrupted by a goddamn scam caller. You also had a Zune? Heck yeah. Can't remember what you had. It's sad, a lot of those like older MP3 players are dead just because their batteries or their parts have melted or deteriorated over time. Especially like, I don't know why they did this. A lot of early 2000s devices had like the silky smooth finish, and over time it just gums up and becomes sticky and gross, and then the plastic or rubber itself just breaks apart. It's really sad. I think I had something called a juice box. That was such a piece of crap. That was like my first MP3 though. The juice box was like a media player, and it mostly had like cartoons on it. The juice box was like this little box, right? Of course. It's like a little media player, and you bought little cartridges to play like Yu-Gi-Oh or Cartoon Network cartoons on it. I had one of those. I bought like I forgot. I think my mom bought me like a single Yu-Gi-Oh cartridge for it, and I don't even like Yu-Gi-Oh. I never have. It was a Sansa. Had radio broadcasts from 07, 09 saved on your pet bird destroyed. Oh, that's very unfortunate. We had a pet bird. I miss him. He was a parrot. He just got really sick. He was just sickly to begin with, and he passed away. That was like back in the day, like my first experience with like death. I was like, Jesus Christ. I miss that bird. He was so cool. He hated me though. He did it on purpose, a little shit. He would scare me or freak out on me and like squawk really loudly, or like if I got too close to the cage, he'd like snap at me and then he'd start laughing, the little shit. He was a little troll, chat. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is for child. I enjoyed that one game I played. That was a fun game. Once I started learning about the fusions. It was also a really grindy game. Yellow-headed Amazon. He passed. Oh. My condolences. That sounds like a really pretty bird. My grandpa had a huge aviary filled of zebra finch. I miss that. I miss their little squeaks and chirps. And on the grounds there's these tiny little retarded quails, and I love those too. I don't know what kind of quails they were, but they were really tiny and stupid. I love them. They were retarded and I love them. Oh, what were they? Might have been a button quail. I think they were button quails. Those were cute little birds. Yeah, they were button quails. God, these things are so retarded. They're so perfect, chat. They're just walking orbs. They're literally just walking orbs. Precious birds. And the chicks were so cute. But yeah, the aviary was filled with zebra finch, very cute, pretty birds with really like orange cheeks. And on the ground you just see those little derpy button quails walking around being retarded. I miss them. I miss them. Park where you and your girlfriend walk have blue and gold macaw. Oh my god. Bakugan could have been the next bug thing if it weren't for the brain rotted show. Or big thing. The first 2 seasons of Bakugan were really good. No, the first 3 seasons. The first 3 seasons of Bakugan were really good. Season 1 and 2 were Japanese. And I think season 3 was like French-Canadian or something, I forget. Season 3 was New Vista. Damn it. OBS disconnected for a second. I think we are back though. I get mad when it does it though. I think we're back though. But yeah, frick. New Vestroia was so good. New Vestroia was really good. I loved the mechanical artificial Bakugan people had. I was a huge Gormiti. Fucking Gormiti. Gormiti was like Italian Bakugan. I remember Gormiti. They were pretty much Italian Bakugan, weren't they? Like some of the designs were pretty neat, I'm not gonna lie. I think you could buy a whole bunch of them on AliExpress really cheap. Like there's one that was like green and gold. And it's like faces all over it. You know what I did like though was Monsuno. Monsuno was kind of Kino. It was kind of like Bakugan, right? I feel like the show was really bad. But I had a few Monsuno. Where they'd be these little monsters in capsules and you spun the capsules and the monster would fly out of it. That was neat. That was fun. Oh my god, Chaotix. There was a Chaotic. No, it was Chaotic. I remember Chaotic. To be fair, Chaotic was better than Sword Art Online. Oh, of course I remember Code Lyoko. I never got to watch much of it, and I still kind of want to go back and watch it. Oh god, my throat. I remember Chaotic, though. I actually do want to go back and try to watch Code Lyoko, because I heard it was really good. But, yeah. What time is... Oh my god. They really yapped for that long without even noticing it. I didn't know it was like 2:21. Or I've been on here for like 2 hours and 21 minutes. Heck yeah. People have unexplained forehead... Oh my god. The foreheads. Were they really that bad? I don't remember them much. I remember them being prominent, but I just don't remember the designs. Ow. They finished the series in live action. I remember the, forehead lollies can be pretty adorable, though. They can. Just something about them, they're just really cute, but... Land a small plane, oh my god. What was it? I remember, unfortunately, Reboot's reboot was trying to be so hard to be Code Lyoko. And it was really zoomerfied, to where it would be like these stupid zoomers and like live action, and then they go into the internet and then there are these like robots or whatever. It was really stupid. It was really freaking stupid. It's called like Reboot the Guardian Code, but I call it Reboot the Guardian Chode because that's really what it is. Oh my god, that stuff was so bad. I don't know what they were thinking. We're probably never getting Reboot again. Same with what do you call it? War Planets, right? Shadow Raiders, War Planets. That was a really good show. That was a really good show. I binge watched all of it and I loved every second of it. The voice acting and writing was so good, but I knew going into it was like gonna be like unfinished and canceled. At least that one ended on a like high note. But it's still sad. I wish there was more of that. Gary Chalk plays this little stupid ass frog person named like Femur. Hoping Disney doesn't drop the ball on Tron. There's gonna be another Tron. Oh Jesus Christ. I didn't know about that. Tron Eris. What the frick is this? What is this? I am excited but very nervous at the same time. Upcoming American science fiction action film. What's the plot? Mankind encounters AI beings for the first time when a highly sophisticated program Ares leaves digital world for a dangerous mission in the... What the hell? It's like the opposite. Yeah, it's like the complete reverse. Whatever happened with the Legacy, though? That wasn't finished. What happened to Rinsler? My god, I hate the Zoomers chant. They're gonna call him Rizzler once they find out about Tron Legacy. I don't know. I don't know. It sounds pretty neat, but at the same time I'm very worried just because of what happened with Tron Uprising. Tron Uprising was one of the best animated shows I have ever seen in my life. Tron Uprising was literally one of the greatest animated shows I've ever watched, and they canceled it. What the hell? Oh. Sorry, chat. Got jump scared by an ant. And I missed it so much, and they never finished it. It was so good. Acquisition of Star Wars is what happened. I don't know. There's a rumor that the creators stopped it because they didn't want it to end up like the brony situation, so I blame bronies. But I don't know. I don't know. It's so depressing to think about. The soundtrack was good. The plot was good. The style was fantastic. I absolutely loved the style more than anything with Tron Uprising. I wish more things had that style. I loved the style. And the shading on everything. And everyone looked boxy. It put the box in Bruce Boxleitner. And Tron himself looked really cool. That show was too good. The show was too good. I miss it. I miss it too much. I want it to come back and it won't ever come back. Disney acts a lot of good shows upon the IP Galactic. I have not heard about that one. I liked the new ID discs. Those were pretty neat. The old one was just like a frisbee with paint on it, right? I wonder what the ID discs will look like in... Is it Ares it's called? Or Ares? I wonder how that's gonna end up. see him with like a triangle on his back. Could be interesting. Want an even Stevens? Oh my Jesus. How is he doing anyways? I haven't heard of him in a while. How is Shia LaBeouf doing? I haven't heard of him in a while. I remember he's kind of sort of like schizoed out. Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. That was fun when 4chan was like pranking him and used like CIA level technology or tactics. He does small roles in indie films, so that's pretty neat. But I remember he like people like on like B would use like the air triangulate the patterns of the air traffic to find out where his flag was. It was in that movie Megalopolis, which bombed. I haven't heard of it. Conflict between Caesar, a genius artist, to leap into utopian idealistic future. The hell was this about? Partisan warfare. What the hell? Epic science fiction drama. Weird Francis Ford Coppola. Oh, okay. Coppola movie. You know who I hate, chat? I liked one of his movies. Like most of them I don't. Is Wes Anderson. I liked the Grand Budapest Hotel. That was a good movie. That's like the normie pick, right? I watched a lot of his movies and I just did not like him. Well, Fantastic Mr. Fox was a good movie. That was a fun one. I hated Asteroid City or whatever it was called. There's another movie I really didn't like. What was it? The Royal Tannenbaums, I think it was called. I didn't like that one. Fantastic Mr. Beast, where to find him. I watched the Henry Sugar short story. I didn't like it. Don't know if I'll like French Dispatch. Asteroid City was just horrible. Asteroid City was disgustingly horrible. I was like, oh, this looks kind of neat. And then I watched it and I was like, what the hell is this? Only scene in that movie that was good was the alien. That was it. That was it. People are like, oh, you need to watch, what do you call it again? Royal Tannenbaums again. And you'll like it. I'm like, why would I watch a movie I hated? Again. I didn't like it the first time. What makes you think I'm gonna like it the second time? I don't know. I don't know, chat. Grand Budapest was pretty good. I like that one. I like Fantastic Mr. Fox. And that's about it. Coen Brothers movies. Let me see what those are. I haven't seen any of these, I don't think. But I saw Buster Scruggs. That was a good movie. That was a fun one. It was like an anthology, right? I heard Fargo was good. Oh wait, Big Lebowski. I saw Big Lebowski. I love that one. Okay, so I've seen a few of his movies, and the ones I did see I liked. He did Bad Santa? That was a fun movie. Okay. Yeah, I've seen a few of these movies, and what I've seen was pretty good. Oh brother, where art thou? But yeah, what the hell is the Hudsucker Proxy? That sounds like a slur. But yeah. Heck yeah. I have to look more into these movies. But I've been yapping for 2 hours and 30 minutes. My throat is a little scratchy. I think I will go now. Because, heck yeah, it's been a while. Didn't think I'd rant so long. Which is good, though. Means I'm getting better. Or not rant, but yap. I'm happy I'm getting better at yapping. What's fantastic. So yeah, let me see if there's anybody online I can raid into. Let me see. I'll just raid in Nicola, because I see Nicola is streaming with, who do you call it? Who do you call it? Kara. There you go. Check them out, they're pretty good. Oh, thank you, great Bossman Jack. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I will eventually have a Beyblade stream, of course, with the new game. Happy it was on sale. Of course I'm gonna buy it on sale. 30 is a good price. So yeah, I will stream Beyblade X Zone eventually. That's gonna be so fun. I can only imagine how fun it'll be. Only problem is there's boosters for these. Which is why I didn't want to pay full price for it. But yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. Thank you, Be Your Best. Thank you, Teaters. Thank you, Simes82. Thank you, Squid666. Thank you, Nerdbane. Thank you, Moth the Eagle. I need to kill this ant on my stupid pop filter after stream. Thank you. I'm Ziwao J. Thank you, JPZ. Thank you, Eric of Skull Island. Thank you, Jarek13. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Let's see. Trying to get everybody. I hope I didn't miss anyone's. Gotcha. Gotcha. I got the little bastard. Got the stupid ant. Where was I? Where was I? Thank you, Austin. Who else? Who else? Who else? It is hard getting everyone's name right now. I apologize. Shoot. I don't think I could get everyone's name. I apologize if I missed your name. Thank you, Raven. It was fun seeing you for Dino Crisis tomorrow. Heck yeah, Dino Crisis will be fun. I got the ant. I got the little bastard. I mean, Pippa. Everyone keeps saying that. They're like, oh, you're truly Pippa's daughter. I'm like, oh my god. Anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic night. And I will see you tomorrow. So until then, take care, stay safe, and Otsu Nuggies.